With the release of season 2 being around the corner, I feel like today is the perfect day to revise the YouTube channel, to restart posting videos like I used to back when I was 20, 19 years. I can remember how old I was when I was posting videos a lot. What's up guys, it's your boy Rex here. Today we're back at it again with another video. Today we're on Fallout 4 and I'm going to be showing you guys all of my current built settlements on my current playthrough of the game. We're just gonna go down the list. So the first one is Flinch Farm. Let's just quickly run through here and show you guys the entrance. So obviously this is like the entrance area where Jake, I think his name's Jake, farm right here. This is their original house. All I done to this place is add a little prefab building right here where I have my basic necessary needs, my bed, trunk. Actually, I guess I do need to have. So this is basic stuff. You know, I have some few basic items I dropped off early in the game when I came here. Have my chemistry station, weapon station here in a little corner, armor smith, 2 shops, Leia and Emma.
How are you?
What's his name, Jake? Yeah, Jake. This is like the most recent thing I built. I added 2 more beds for the new settlers. These 2 people. For the longest, it was literally just Jake and his family, just 4 of them here, until they got attacked. And then I had to come and save everyone. After that, I end up just wandering through the Commonwealth, eventually saving some settlers from trouble. They asked if I had a place to live, and I sent them here. That's how I got 7 people here. That's literally the story. I didn't want to do too much with this. I kind of wanted this settlement to just be one of those settlements that I come back to and protect. Put a wall around it, added a guard entrance at the front, guard entrance at the back. Main house, added my own little house right next to it, and then, you know, I just recently added that for the new settlers who moved in, which is 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna have a tier list somewhere on the screen, and I'll tear them down. But right now, Flinch Farm is at the bottom. Next place, and I'm gonna actually skip over this one because it has 19 people. Okay, the fact that that just happened right while I'm recording, it's crazy. Because it has 19 people, I'm actually gonna skip over that one, and because Sanctuary has 20 people, I'm gonna skip over those 2 to be my last 2 ones to go over. And instead, I'm gonna go to Ville place that has 10 people.
We've got a synth infiltrator on our hands.
That's a lie. I'm no synth.
Nothing but paranoia. Just as human as the rest of us. He's a goddamn Institute infiltrator. He may look human, but he's not. I've been watching him, and there's something off about him lately.
Please, don't let them do this.
What do I do here? Do I actually take it serious? Because I'm just recording. No, fuck this shit. I'm just recording a video. Fuck it.
Look, if you're a synth, you'd better admit it. I can help you.
Okay, I am a synth.
You motherfucker.
Gotta get
You motherfucker.
He's a synth. Kill him.
No, please.
Time to die, synth. The Institute will think twice before they try that again.
Was he? Oh my god. This whole time I had a synth working for me. Oh my god. They didn't infiltrate our base. Oh my god, I swear to God, Institute, you're dying for that. Alright, so here we go. Right off to the left, you have the settler's home, prefab house with a bunch of beds for them to all sleep at. Guard tower, that's a prefab, going through one of them. You can actually see all the Minutemen drip and shit around here. Water tower, the main house, the Minutemen flag on it. Only thing I believe I added in here was this. And I think I put this bed right there. Basic of the basics, didn't really do too much around this. I actually did all the lights you see around it, I put down. This right here is what I kind of virtually added. This is obviously a guard tower for one of the guards, outdoor trash bin for the trash. This right here is supposed to be the storehouse, storefront, chill out area, come hang out. I haven't never seen one person come step inside of here, even the people I have working this. And the art of role play, that's there for, you know, the settlers. Coming over here, this will be my own personal house. Basic stuff, dressers, you know. Oh, I forgot I even dropped this shit in here. Armor mannequin, painting, you know, some rugs. Basic interior, I didn't do too much. This area I kind of added, you know, crafting, chemistry, ammunition, armor, you know, just the basic of the basics. Few stores around here. It really is, for the location of the settlement, for how big the settlement was originally, which was just this house and this farm, perfect scale of how big this settlement should be. I don't have any plans on adding more to this. Just like Flinch Farm, I have no plans on adding anything more. No new people. This is this settlement. Maybe I gotta add one more person since the last it was a fucking synth. Moving on to our next settlement after Somerville, which I'm gonna actually save another one. I'm gonna save Starlight Drive-In, Sanctuary, and the Beast for my last 3, because those are like my main 3. Like as you can tell, they have the most people. Those are like my main 3 settlements, so I'm gonna save those last. Next one we have is Sunshine Trading Co-op. Here we go, Sunshine Trading Co-op. You walk through the entrance. And that is it. That is it. That's all I've done. But yeah, I haven't really done much to this. I added 1-2 of those guard towers, and then, you know,
Who knows? I wouldn't count on
fruits and vegetables. Literally exactly how it is default in the game. I didn't decorate anything. There's no player home for me here. There's nothing. Literally nothing. I added that for him. The little food right here, so they have something to eat, so they wouldn't be complaining 2 stores, so, you know, they can have some dialogue and something to do, and, you know, 2 of those. Other than that, it is all completely default, exactly how it is, looks in the regular game. We still have Starlight Dine-in, Sanctuary, Tempest Buff, and the beach to go. Tempest Buff.
I just wanted you to know that I'm ready to do whatever it takes to make this into a real home.
I'm guessing you don't have a job. Like, the amount of shit you have to do when you were settling. Ooh, the Brotherhood looking more and more nice every day. So, I would say this is the main entrance, I guess. Main entrance area. You walk up. Either way, however you want to go. First guard tower, boom, bada, bing, bada, bang. Original house shack, which is right here.
Can I ask, what's life like out here these days? Given all the maneuverings and conflicts among the forces in the Commonwealth.
Life's hard, but it's ours. And that seems worth it to me.
It is, isn't it? Well, thank you for your time.
Oh my god, she's so bae. She's so fucking bae. Ooh, I gotta get Piper that pipe one day. I'm a female right now, but you know what I mean. Basic base, you know, you see the 2-minute flags. Normally, my main house has an American flag also on it, so that's another way of telling if it's my main actual player home in the settlement, if it has American flag in it. Like I said, this was the original house that was placed here before, just 2 beds and 2 people. One of those settlements where, yeah, I had to come help them out, build some defenses, you know, sent more people here the more I fell in love with the area. Everything makes sense, you know, my bed, a table right here at the end, you know, lamp, dresser, foot locker, have my little weight bench right here, trees, some paintings, ammo station, 'cause that's like one of the most important things you need, trash can, cabinet, radio, another painting, couch, chemistry station, Theodore, looking like a Theodore. Come up over here, you're getting more into the settlement, you have the original farm that was here. This it's like the storehouse, you know, give all my people a chair where they could sit at, weapons, general armor. Coming across here, like I said, guard tower, basic farm. This is just a house with a bunch of beds because I needed more beds recently, and I haven't really fully designed a whole house for them. Then another house with a bit more decorative design into the interior of houses. Just a simple basic settlement that I can just come by, stop by, help them out when they need to. They got everything they need to survive, be entertained, and a role play realistically way. You know what I mean? Let's move on to the next. I actually would kind of call this area right here the entrance. As you can see, my guards have some custom armor. Right to left or left to let's go right to left. That right there is like my main house. Like I said, my main house normally has the American flag. That you get the point. Now you're starting to see it more off. But this is a guard tower. You walk in right here.
Is there any place you know that we could play poker? Maybe
Oh
some
my god.
blackjack?
They actually was able to defend. Normally it says failed and they died. So I guess I literally didn't even help them. Basic guard tower right here. A few decorations. I'm probably gonna add some few more chairs. Maybe a bed in here. You know, make it like our own little home area for that guard right there. Some movie posters on the wall to keep with the theme of the Starlight Dine-in, you know, Miniman flags all over the place. Moving on. I didn't do anything with the original designed area. This is still basic, no interior design, no nothing, just all exactly how it is when you start the game. Moving on to the next. This is one of the first houses I built here. The first 2 houses I built, which is supposed to be the settlers' little bunkhouse. I'm just calling bunkhouse. First settler bunkhouse, the second bunkhouse, you know, beds, you know, just for a place for settlers to sleep. Original shack, where this is located at, that's there. I added this also right here to kind of fill this out area. There's nothing in here, so just kind of added it, just, you know, fill the area out more. My farm, as you can see, used to be right here. I used to have all my plants and stuff all around here. I eventually built that building right there and put my farm over there, so this was actually better placed on the floor. However, I kind of explain as we go over into that area, but I ended up having to move this off of its perfect location, so now this house kind of like floats off the ground. Nothing's in here. I may make this like my own little home over here, but I kind of got my own little home over there. So I don't necessarily know what I'm gonna do with this. With this place, instead of having the basic concrete wall going around the place that it's like everyone does, I kind of wanted this to be like walled off with like the buildings, you know, like the buildings itself is the wall. As you see, like, you know what I'm saying, the buildings themselves is the wall that protects this area. It's kind of the theme I was going for. Over here, this is, I'm eventually gonna turn into a storage area. Right now it just has a few beds. I kind of wanted this like walkway with these two buildings to like be able to walk all the way around on this thing, you know what I'm saying? So, and to do that, to go back to explain how why this is hovering, to get this to have a full walk path go all the way around, it took so long that I had to like reconstruct the entire place. Not the entire place, but I had to reconstruct a lot of it. But you pretty much go across the walk path. The only way to get here is literally up through there or up through here. Open this door. This was originally supposed to be my main house. Going over here, and as you can see, you know, comes up into here. You have one little home for a settler, another home for a settler, another home. Kind of wanted to, you know, make them a different, unique, not only like changing the door color of, you know, that one's red, green, blue, I think the last one's white. A little different with each one, you know, a little shape, angle different. Over here, you know, you have my one little watchtower area, looking that way. This is the best way to explain it. Before I actually walk inside here, that guard tower was right here, that was right there, and it was kind of just that. And then I wanted to, you know, make it more up like that. Obviously I couldn't get that to properly fit right there, plus I had people already living inside of that with stores and stuff, so I just moved it over there and, you know, redesigned the whole entire area. Over here you have my main storehouse, I guess you call it, that, like I said, used to be over there. You have 3 stores, cool little lookout area to look over that way, crafting tables and stuff, explosive weapons, armor, ammunition, advanced engineering, and then chemistry off right here. Come across a little bit to this way and you have my own player home that's not really decorative to design. Basic of the basics: couch, little shelf, little dresser, posters, some paintings, bed, wall, weapon rack, weapons, you know, basic stuff. I haven't really put too much thought into this one. I guess that's like virtually the entire walkthrough around of this, of my oh wait, I guess I didn't show this place. And then obviously you have my newly improved farmhouse. What do you guys think? Came out really nice, came out looking like an actual, you know, greenhouse. I added these things right here. That's pretty much the interior design of my Starlight, whatever the actual name for it is called, the Starlight Settlement, I'm calling it. Moving on to the next one, which will be this one, and we'll get there at 2 in the effing mornings. Then we have this area that was like one of the first structures I built. A lot of this, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of did in like God mode, because I just didn't want to waste all my actual materials that I used to craft my weapons with. So, you know, kind of, you know what I'm saying. But we're just gonna ignore that part. So, you know, as you see, just, you can kind of pretty much tell where the main entrance is to this area. Right here, 2 guard towers. You walk in, you have the original shack house that I actually had to destroy like half the house because I kind of messed up. There's a mod that has like a gun that's like off to right here, and I was coming to get that gun. I kind of just ran past here. He asked if I can go save his wife. I went to save his wife. I came back. I didn't like how, you know, they all was kind of sleeping on the floor. I feel like I could, you know, help them out a little bit more. Couldn't really get the interior design to work out because it was originally just 1, 2, like just like those 2 platforms, and I had to figure out how to get 3 beds and enough space for all of them to, you know, be able. So eventually I had to just rework the entire house. And then when I finally did that, the kid kept falling asleep way over there because I had beds inside of there. I moved that bed to right here. So now the kid and the original mom, dad, kid all stays in their actual original house. Coming over to the left, you have the farm. I actually recently added more of this stuff right here. Out of all my farms, this one is hands down my biggest farm. Basic stuff. And then you have like a little chemistry station right here. Coming this, actually, you can go either way, really, realistically, but the more path I like to follow is going this way. Right here, you have a few stores lined up right here: clothing, clinic, weapons, you know, have little towers. This guy's a
Not everything we expect.
store that I need to actually change and make him face the other way. Some more stores right here. We have one little settler home that I built right here. Another one right next to it right here. The original design was this building, 1, 2, 3, forward. That was the original design, and then, you know, I added the stores and all that, extended the farm. I think actually this down here was also original. Like, I just love how like perfectly this just fit right there. So that's how I put the power station right here, the water station right here, and it kind of built around all this. These two right here, 1, 2, and then those houses right there is like the most newest thing I added, the newest addition I added to this place. Guard towers on the walls, and then over here you can see my actual house. I should add a flag, American flag on here, but right now it has a Minuteman flag. Come over here, you can tell it's mine because it has a Vault Tech girl thingy right there. Poster, you know, table, couch, another thing, basics of the basics, armor rack, cool, you know, patio. Beach view. Not too much here. Obviously, Starlight has a lot more like actual placement of like buildings and stuff down. However, I think the design, overall design of this one is really, really good. Nevertheless, let's continue off what we was doing here. The main thing, our main objective, which is going to Sanctuary. All right, so it's actually the next day, not the next day in game, but actually the next day in real life. And I'm actually going to re-record the Sanctuary walkthrough because the original clip was like 50 minutes and there's just no way I was about to trim that down to like a 4-6 minute clip. So I'm going to try to do this as fast as possible with as much detail as possible. Let's get right into it. I actually fast traveled to Red Rocket because when you fast travel into Sanctuary, it kind of puts you in the middle of Sanctuary, but you kind of miss the entrance of it. So come across, as you see, you already see the basic concrete wall like every other settlement. You have the Sanctuary sign. There is a fun fact about that Sanctuary sign. I'll get into that at the end of it, but let's just hurry up and get through it so I'm not making this another 50-minute clip. That just, oh, I was about to say, did I just fucking crash? 2 Minutemen flags right there to show that it's a group Minutemen. Every guard in here has a Minutemen outfit on it, some version of it. Walking through, I actually didn't decide to scrap these houses. Normally I scrap them at every Sanctuary, but this time I actually wanted to incorporate them in the build. So there's there to help with the wall. That one's still there. You know, nothing interior changed in there, nothing interior changed in that house, nor nothing interior changed in this way. That sign was the original sign. I scrapped it, a lot of the stuff around here. I added a few new mods, or I left and played through the game a little bit more. I came back and everything was like replaced and I couldn't remove it. Like legit just could not remove it. I can remove this one, but I can't remove that sign over there. I'll show you guys. I really cannot believe it's really doing this right now. All right, here we go. Sanctuary Hills. You walk in, Piper runs dead at you. You have Carla right there. To the right, you have a settler's bunkhouse just filled with beds. Literally just beds there, beds in every room. Don't really need to see that. Shrine of Azora. I thought it was the original Shrine of Azora from the actual game. I don't know why people like this version more, but you know, it is what it is. I'm 25, I can deal with it. I'm gonna go through my house last because that's like the most decorative. Over here, basic, that car or this bike actually works, but anytime you ride it, it kind of messes up your camera when you get off of it. However, if you save the game, leave the game, and relaunch the game, your camera will be fixed. So I just never use it. It just sits there for now. This house has really nothing in it. It has a for rent sign in it for when I'm ready to like fully decorate it. Same with this one. It just has a few more beds in it because, you know, I got 20 people in the settlement and I need more beds. So over here is my little playground area. You know, all this stuff right here was actually the stuff back there. I added these 2 basketball hoops. I never actually scrapped this. Well, I scrapped this house before, obviously, but I never actually turned this like area into like a basketball court playground area. I actually like how it came out. It's nice. It's really nice. I like the look of it. That is a guard tower. Stores going all the way around. Clothing, armor, yada, 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 yada. You get the point. When it comes to this house, imagine the interior of this house and the rest of the empty houses. But you walk through. First thing you get is living room, little pool table, Mama Murphy chair right here, TV, some updated newer couches, dressers, you know. Nice looking stuff. Come over here, nice little settler's bedroom, another little settler's bedroom, and then over here you have the bigger bedroom. This house was originally supposed to be not Mama Murphy, but John and Mercy Long, I think that's their name, both their names. It was supposed to be their house, like their strictly house. Like my original idea was, okay, every original Sanctuary person who comes here at the start of the game gets their own house, and then obviously all the other settlers can, you know, move in wherever they need to be, but no one really cares about all that, so we're just gonna keep moving on. Piper looking like bad. Oof. Oof. Farm right here. I scrapped this house. I'm eventually going to turn this into like a whole greenhouse like the one in Starlight. I just haven't got to it. It actually does need food because I think there's like 20 people here and 17 food if I remember. Yeah, I definitely need more food, but you know, I'm just not going to do that right now. Back here, you know, basic backyard. I don't know if I'm going to do anything with this area. Don't know. I don't even know what would fit right here. This generator is specifically for this water tower in this house. And that generator is specifically for that house. And then that generator right there controls all the street lights in my house specifically. Last but not least, I'm actually re-recording this part, but I'm gonna quickly run through my house to make it as fast as possible. So we go to the front door. Instantly to the left, you have a chemistry station. To the right, you have a Tesla cannon, Ghoul Slayer, Fat Man, original minigun from start, rocket launcher, guns, my first ever shotgun. Right here, you have all my Minutemen outfits and stuff when I need for my settlers. Few outfits, you know, armor, crafting station. Coming out here, you have my 3 bobbleheads. You have all my magazines that I have found thus far through playing out through this game. A little desk area for my settlements and stuff. Take care of that. This chest right here has every default weapon in not every default weapon in the game, but if I find a default weapon in the game not modded, it goes into this chest. Few weapons on the weapon rack. Obviously you see this chest has modded weapons that's been added through the console command or through the free crafting through the chemistry station. Quickest way to explain this, when you go over here, you go to weapons crafting, you can see you don't even see any of the weapons. So I end up making up the free ones to figure out what weapon I actually wanted, then throw them all in that chest and it actually made the one I wanted. Weapon station right here, you have extra modded weapons I found throughout the game, and you know, extra Tesla cannon and a flare gun. Here's all my laser rifles. I got more obviously, and this is the original musket that you find off the dude, the first Minuteman dude on the floor. This has all holotapes, notes, and stuff right here. This has all grenades. This has all armors, weapons, and things that has a star and modifier next to it. A few pistols that I went throughout the game. These are some of my earlier pistols that I made. This is all my meds. I actually don't use anything outside of a stim pack and a Radaway. You can see I got 61 jet. I can get Mama Murphy and Kate fucking lit if I wanted to. However, Kate is clean off the drugs. Mama Murphy's still an addict. This one right here just has all basic armors, clothing, or all basic clothing in the game that, you know, I find throughout the game. This one has armor pieces, chest, you know, helm, blah, 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 blah. Here's all my food. I never use the food in this game. I never eat. I don't even drink the water. Even the purified waters, you can see are like 21 Nuka-Cola, 17, 40 of these. Like, I just got shit tons of all of this stuff. I never use it. You will never in my life see me eating a bolt fly meat. The fuck? I can't even get my character to eat that. Right here, it's supposed to be a contribute to the 2 missing kids of Sanctuary. There's probably another crib somewhere else, but here's Sean's crib. This crib came from either the house, I can't remember which house, that house, or one of those 2 houses over there. But seeing how there's 2 missing kids of Sanctuary, they both, you know, this room codes contribute to that. Turning Sean's old room into my power armor station room to work on. Coming into here, you have my actual bedroom. Basic of the basics. You have a few armors in here. All of this stuff right here I made but don't like. You have my default clothing in the game that I actually do like, so those goes in here. These 2 armor sets is the armor sets I was running through okay, so this is how I explain it. Starting with this one, then I made these 2. I wore this one in combat. I wore this one, I'm just wandering around helping settlements and stuff like that. Made these 2 recently. Me and Kate have this one. Me and Piper have matching of these 2. Though Piper's a little bit different. The sword from Flinch, baseball bat. Like I said, we already went through there. Some more clothing and stuff down here that I like through the VTOL stuff. Those right here. This is like all like necklaces, piercings, and stuff like that. That's more like actual clothing. This one right here has this more like pouches, chains, choker, pistol harnesses, things like of that nature. The Bella statue that kind of matches the Bella is all my vault suits and stuff. I'm actually missing vault 95, I believe, so I need to get that one. And then you have my original weapons. I believe this weapon right here was that weapon I was talking about, where you come down here and there's like a weapon down here and I end up going to this thing. That was that weapon right there. This was my first AR. I think this was my second one when I started to mainly run around, until I end up running around with the M16 I'm currently using, and then an AUG that I created that I just never used. And that's everything with the Sanctuary settlement. So all I have to do now is outro the video. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Right now on the screen, I'm gonna show you guys in order of my favorite to least favorite of the ones I just showcased you. Right now it is October 29th of 2025, and if you don't know, this game actually starts on October 31st. Like, it's Halloween day when you start, like day 1. The chances of me recording a Fallout series and being able to drop the video on the day the bombs fell, oh my god, it's so perfect. And then you have the new season coming out in December. Like, oof. It's just a perfect time. The universe is telling me to just make Fallout videos. So more Fallout videos coming on the way. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Leave a like, subscribe. It's been your boy Rex Tater. We back at it, posting videos. Catch you in the next one. Peace.